at the end of this video, there's going to be an amazing tip for an amazing app that you want to make sure that you're downloading. So stick around. Matthew, put your phone down. Don't install it now.
I just downloaded it. It's great. I'm playing it.
And you didn't even have to pay for it. How awesome is this tip? So stick around to the end of the video, and then we'll tell you what that is.
Dave Luzapalooza, top 100 games of all time. Dave Luzapalooza, some are great, some just fine. Dave Luzapalooza, here telling you just how it is. It's Matthew Jude.
Hi everyone, welcome to the fourth video in our series of 10 videos about my top 100 games of all times. Today we are going through the numbers.
10 games, each one better than any game we've mentioned so far, as by Dave's opinion.
Let's dive into it and start with Sid Meier's Civilization, the board game. 2010 it came out.
Never played this one.
This is such a huge game. It is... Have you ever played the video game Civilization?
No, but I'm familiar with the concepts behind Civilizations. I've watched other people play them. Yeah. I've returned to a hotel room once or twice, and instead of interacting with other people, Nick Murphy's been sat in a dark room for the last 3 hours. He's just playing Civilization. That man loves some Civilization, let me tell you.
Yeah, I love it too. I've played the new Civilization as well. I like to get into new games.
I watched some of your streams of that new one. Yeah. When you originally, is it 6 that they're on now? Is it 6 or 7?
I think it's 7.
Yeah. So it's a big Civilization game, and this compiles that into board game territory.
Yeah.
How does it do that?
In this game, they are actually still they still have squares. I think the newest versions would probably have hexes, so you would be connected to more terrain.
Old-fashioned squares. Everyone knows that if you want to improve a classic, turn it into hexes. That's why I like Yellow and Yangtze more than Tigris and Euphrates. That's
what I always keep saying. Yeah,
of course.
This game is everything that you think a Civilization game probably is. You start off with nothing. You've got one city, and you're slowly producing explorers that go out to explore, and then maybe create a new city. But maybe you find some barbarians, and then you need to mitigate that and exploit the grounds, get resources from them. That their trading is a massive thing. Then you have technologies. You want to keep evolving each round and try to be faster in and making the better choices when it comes to playing each other. This is a huge game, and I say this in a good way. I've stopped playing this game. Explaining this game to new people, because we'll never play this again.
Sometimes you want to just play the big game. Yeah.
Only when you're committing to playing this at least 4 times with me, I will not explain this game to you.
See, I'd be happy to do that. I'd commit to that.
Yeah,
100%. I'd love to play this. I like Civilization games. I never get to play them. The actual video game plays like a board game. Those games, they play in rounds, so it is very board game-like. It kind of really makes sense. Obviously, in the video games, there's lots of stuff going on in the background, and the merchant who went away all of a sudden comes back, but those type of things. But that can be replicated in... Does this take a long time to play?
Yes.
Yeah,
not 12 hours long. Maybe, in a 4-player game, maybe it would take the whole day, but
the whole day.
It should not.
Because I would love to play this with you. If you say this game takes all day to play, I'm up for that, as long as I'm playing with people who are playing the game and not making a phone call.
Oh, definitely. So what makes this game so hard is that there are so many different rules that you need to remember. So you want to create a new city, you do that at the start of round. So at phase 1.
Don't try to do it in phase 2.
And then you need to make sure that if you are changing your government system, that you do it at start of round. So all these things have moments. You cannot go in while you're doing your city actions like, oh, I wanted this to be a monarchy. Well, too late now. A lot has happened since that happened.
We cannot take this back. Yeah.
I will help you during the first rounds, but at some point I need to let you go because I'm not playing myself anymore.
Yeah.
Because I've done that in the past. I've played 3-player games of this, and then I would explain something. Okay, well now we're at this phase. Now you can see that I'm probably going to do this, so you might want to do that. And I'm just playing myself.
There are some games that are really, really benefit from maybe don't come to board game day in this case without having really researched the game first. You know, I'm happy to go through a rules. I love turning up to board game night. I always ask, hey, what are we playing? So that I can watch a video and learn the game beforehand.
Yeah, have an idea of what's going on.
So at least I've got an idea what's going on. And in this one, I feel like that makes a lot of sense. You need to really have done a bit of research. Sometimes you have to put some work into playing games, which is part of the fun for people like me and you, Dave. But I appreciate that's not what everyone else wants. Have you played Nations?
Yes, I love Nations.
Yeah, that's a banger. Anyway, moving on. Okay, I'm desperate to play this now.
Nations, I'm not sure. I don't think it's on the list.
It's on mine.
Oh, now I want to play that with you.
It's so good.
It is so good. Have you played the dice game, Nations, the dice game?
I have, yeah. It's good as well. It's enjoyable.
With the expansion.
I want to play this. I'm excited. It's a game that's just off my radar. There's new versions of this as well, and there's a Mega Civilization. If you feel like
no, that's a different game. Mega Civilization is.
I'm saying if you feel like you look at this game and go, ha, easy. Well, we can recommend something that ain't easy. That's going to take all weekend. This is a better sausage place. Yeah, I'm desperate to play this.
I love the game.
Me, you, Yoshi, a weekend in Dusseldorf playing that.
I've got rid of my copies.
I was going to say, I didn't say Ilka, and I didn't say Ilka because I don't feel like Ilka would.
No, Yoshi would definitely do it, but we've got other games we can play with Yoshi. Here we go. Next up, Camel Up. This is a fun in a box. There are a bunch of camels, and we're betting on these. The camels will use dice. They are coming from this elaborate pyramid. You're shuffling them, and then one dice comes out, and that's pre-rolled. It comes out of the pyramid, and then you move that camel that many spaces. And you can keep changing your bets during the game. You've got one forever bet, but if that doesn't make sense, then you can do another one and do another. And there's so many good choices in this game. And it came out with a new version that had bigger stuff. I've got a play mat that's huge, that has a little whirlwind that makes the camels go into the whirlwind. They need to be in a specific spot to be able to get out of the whirlwind. A photographer, there's a referee that can go in the other direction. This game is so much fun.
It's a classic, really, isn't it? Camel Up at this point. I've never played it. I've never had it. I've never played it. I've never been in a room where people have been playing this game. I'd love to try it. Yeah, people always talk about Camel Up. I'd love to try it.
The fun thing is about this game is that camels can stack. So that means the yellow camel can carry the orange one, which can carry the blue one, which means when yellow moves, the other two get free bonus movements. And that's kind of the fun thing about that.
Sounds like something I would really enjoy. So I just, I've never tried it.
There are other racing games or betting games, and we have even tried on stream to combine them. So Downforce is one of these games that we've played with, and we've done that with the camels. So now you've got race camels that can stack up onto each other, which makes it breaks the game even further.
Why are you not designing board games, Dave? I do feel like you'd be good at it. I feel like that's something you
Maybe I should be.
I think you should. Because you could play test, you could do live stream play tests with the audience and stuff. Anyway, that's a whole different thing. Just
another thing.
The Taverns
of Tiefenthal. Tiefenthal, little city in Germany, and they've got taverns, and people are
like
coming into that.
place in Germany, but yes, specifically the Taverns of Tiefenthal.
Yeah. I remember when this game came out and it was nominated for Spiel des Jahres, and everyone was like, we don't know this game. And then we had Dice Tower East, and I brought it and I taught it to everyone who wanted it.
You taught it to loads of people, I remember.
Yes. Yeah.
So Wolfgang Warsch was on an absolutely legendary run of games, I feel like, at one point. This, Quacks, and Wavelength was his, and a bunch of other games all came out in a very quick time, and the So Clever line of games. This one is a push-your-luck game, just like Quacks and Quidlebug, but this is a push-your-luck deck-building game, because you are pushing your luck in this, I feel, right? Aren't you?
No, you're not pushing your luck.
You don't have to keep on drawing cards.
There's no luck in it. You just continue until you're not allowed anymore. So there's no downside. You can bust.
Yeah, you can bust. That's what I'm saying. You can bust in this, right?
Can you bust? No.
I feel like you can. Anyway, this is a great game. I have my copy just literally here. I love this game. And obviously, I've not played it in a long time because neither me and Dave can remember all the rules. But I know I like it. That's never going back on the shelf. There we go.
So yeah, this you've got a deck that you're building. The bad cards are like the people who need their own table, right? Because you have room in your tavern. 3 tables are at your disposal, and everyone who comes in needs their own free table, unless you've got some nobles. Nobles can sit on top of each other, which thematically makes no sense at all. It feels like they should have their own table. But that's actually, you're stacking the nobles on top of each other, the ones that really score you points. This is a fun game. You need to make things better. Now, this game has different modules, as the game calls it. And they say, well, first start with this and then maybe add another module. No, you should just, for a good game, just add the 5 modules in altogether. That makes a lot of sense.
Maybe not on the first time, because also with this, there's dice, and you're using the dice to activate things and stuff and get out. It's just... Yeah. I need to play this game again. This is definitely on my list of games I know I love, but I haven't played in such a long time that it's kind of out of my brain. I'm like, oh yeah, there's dice in this game. That's like a huge part of this. But yeah, it's good. There's Early Doors is the expansion to this, and I remember picking up a copy of it and sending it to America for Mike because he likes this one as well. Yeah, it's great. Yeah, it's great. It's so much better than Quacks.
Yes. I agree, and it's a different game as well. Yeah. Next up is number 67. Here we go. Castles of Mad King Ludwig. Oh, this is such a fun, whimsical game. You're creating the Castle of Mad King Ludwig, which is the basis for the Disney castle, right? You've been there. You've actually been there.
Yeah, I have. Neuschwanstein.
Neuschwanstein is the name of the castle.
Said it perfectly. Yeah, in Bavaria, which, tell you what, if you've ever been to Bavaria, it's one of the most beautiful places in the world. It's incredibly lovely. And this is, you're auctioning first. No, you're just not auctioning, you're changing the positions of how much things cost on your turn, all the different rooms. It's the first part of the game, and then everyone buys the rooms, and you're hoping to set the price so that it's too expensive or people don't see the value in the room and you get what you want at a good value. Or maybe you put what you want really cheap, hoping everyone wants something else. And then all these different tiles are different shapes, very different shapes, and you've got a tile placement, put them into your castle. And there's like passageways, there's an upstairs, like a downstairs, and all this. And when you complete a different room, all these different rooms are in different suits of rooms, essentially, you get a bonus. So I've completed this type of room, which now lets me get a scoring card, or now lets me take an extra turn, or now lets me do something else. And I completed this room, which let me get this, which let me complete this room, I got a stairway, which I'm going to put over here, which completes this room, and I get to do a bonus and a bonus and a bonus. And it's so fun, and there's a lot of, does this really fit here? and everyone goes,
Yes,
no.
it's fine.
Everyone says, no, it doesn't. And you go, I think it does. And it's like when you read a rule, but you read it in the way that helps you. And I think this means I get both of these resources. And everyone's like, no, that's not what that means. And you know it.
I think this is me with Ilka at IKEA, and I'm saying, yes, we can get this couch into the car.
Yeah.
And then Ilka says, no, it will never. It will fit. Watch this. Ilka was right. It didn't fit.
Yeah, I feel like, yes. But this is a great game. Now, I don't want to ask a question that's going to spoil something for your list, but are there any other Mad King Ludwig games coming further up on your list?
No. Which one would you mean?
I think the blueprints of Mad King Ludwig,
which is the draw and a flip and draw,
which is the
version.
flip and draw version of Castles Mad King Ludwig. I think it does everything that the original game does, but I think it does it better. I think it's a more fun game. It takes away the auction part at the start of the game, where people have to set prices, and I like that. But I've found a lot of other people find it too stressful and don't know what to do for the best and end up just going, oh, whatever, just put anything anywhere. And it takes that away.
Someone takes a big benefit from that.
So for other people, which is great for me if people aren't caring about that, because I really care about it. I'm really thinking about it.
I'll make sure that I'll put some bad stuff for you and good stuff for me at low prices.
Yeah. So I like the new version, the blueprints. I like it better because I can play it with more people, and other people seem to like it more. Whereas I need to try that then. Yeah,
the blueprints of
but
Mad King.
It's such a fun, silly. It's a serious game, if there can be such a thing. But it's done in such a fun and silly. It's whimsical, and it's just it's great. It's solid. Yeah. I'm a big fan of this game, as you can tell.
Another good pick. I'm so happy. We go over to number 66. Here we go. Blood Rage. Oh, Blood Rage. Brutal game. Amazing. This game is unfair. It's awesome. It's so unfair that it's awesome. This is a big game where you've got different regions on the board, and on your turn you can put in your self-painted minis on the board, boom, and then some people, it's card driven as well. You get special cards that can do special awesome things, make your forces be brutal, and then there's going to be battle, and then there's going to be monsters. This is an awesome game. Have you had good experiences?
I will recognize that other people enjoy this. I've never played it. I never will play it. I've got no desire to play it at all. I don't care about this type of game. Mostly. Normally. Not always.
But you do like games that have like area majority and a little bit of battle in it, right?
I have a problem with the publishers of this game.
Ooh, yeah.
As well. And I had a bad interaction with the designer of this game. I'll say. Okay. But that's all by the by. But I just don't. I'm not a big minis kind of guy. It puts me off games immediately, frankly. But I recognise that this is great and people love it. And there's no. I would never say. I'm not going to say this is a bad game because it's not. There's just I'm not. Yeah. Oh, it's terrible. It's not. It's a great game. Just not for me.
This game definitely benefits from playing it a couple of times just to get an idea of what the different things can do. So when the card drafting is taking place, again, you get some cards and you keep the ones that you think are going to be amazing, and you get rid of the cards that you don't like that much. There are specific types of cards that if you don't know that they are in the game, then you don't know then you don't know what's happening. It's like, you think you won the battle, but then someone played a Loki card, meaning they wanted to lose the battle, and now they benefit from this. Think of
another example where this happens, and like Twilight Struggle is the game.
One of
those things where you go, I know you're putting a lot of effort into like trying to make Iran happen for you. Don't bother, because at some point that's going to flip regardless. And so a knowledge of the cards is important.
Yeah.
Or like in Orleans, which is a game I'm not a big fan of. You need to know that if you go really hard into trying to do something at the start of the game, one of the events could be that that's going to die anyway. So maybe don't bother, right? You've got a bishop. Great, you did all this work. Everyone else knows that one of the first cards that comes up is the bishop dies. And you go, well, yeah. So knowledge of the game helps, for sure.
Yeah, definitely. So, hey, stick around. Keep playing these games with us. So
I should try this. I should try it. I'm biased against it. I should try it for sure.
Yeah. It's just a lot of fun to just keep moving in your armies. They're like, what are you doing? No, don't do that. And it's like, oh, yes, I am doing this. So good. That was Blood Rage number 66. Next up, 65. Don't Mess with Cthulhu. This is the one social deduction game that Nick likes.
This is, I think, one of the, if not the best social deduction game out there. I love this game. It's it's wonderful. So social deduction games are games where people are on different teams and you don't know necessarily who's on what team, and the two teams have often got different things that they want to happen. In this, there's cultists and there's investigators, but you don't know who the cultists are. You've got to find out who they are. And the problem with a lot of social deduction games is that there's no reason to trust or distrust people at the start of the game because no one has any information. But in Don't Mess with Cthulhu, you've got these cards in front of you. Some of them have runes on them and some of them don't. At the start, everyone has to declare how many runes they have because you're trying to find a certain amount of runes, which would be good. And you say, I've got 3 runes. And you've got 5 cards in front of you. And on your turn, you have like a little torch and you point at someone and you say, oh, this person said they had 3 runes. So I'm going to pick them because I'll try and find them. And you pick them, you pick one of their cards, they flip the card, no runes. What do you mean?
But
you
the
have
other
no
3,
runes?
I'm telling you, there are 3
They're on the
runes
other
amongst those.
Yeah, I bet they are. And immediately I distrust you because I got...
You picked the wrong card.
That's not that. You are a lie. And it just has that. And it gets the fun of social deduction going so fast and the distrust going, which is what makes this game so wonderful. There's a couple other games. I love Dark Moon, which is one of my favorites, but that's a much bigger game.
Yeah,
it's not like
and even Dark Moon is a trimmed down version of Battlestar Galactica.
It is.
Was even a bigger game.
But Dark Moon does a similar thing, right? Where you've got dice behind your screen and you've got these missions to complete, and you might have rolled all negatives, but you're a good guy. So you've got to say, I can only give you this -1 die. And everyone's like, what do you mean? Or you could be a bad guy and you've got a +2 or +3 and another +2. But you put a 0 out and you say, oh, this is the best dice that I have. So I'm going to have... So I love that type of thing. Don't Mess with Cthulhu does it the best. There's a deluxe edition, which I do think you should get because it has these modular expansions. Sorry, I've taken over.
Yeah, no, it's very true. I mean, this just says how good this game is. This game is actually a reskin of a German game called
Temple of Secrets.
Temple of Schreckens. Yeah,
that's right.
This is a game where you are Indiana Jones type of. Well, I always have a hard time explaining this. Heroes who are taking the treasure from the original people who...
Yeah, who are stealing stuff. Yeah.
So you're stealing something. Like how can we keep saying that Indiana Jones was the good guy in it? But explaining that, and then you've got people who are trying to keep their religious treasure for themselves. Like, hey, please get out here. It's basically the same game. They just gave it a different theme, which I think makes Cthulhu, the Don't Mess with Cthulhu, an easier to understand game. And but it works the same way. That's not true. It works a little bit different, but still. Number 65. Don't Mess with Cthulhu. Is this the best social deduction game? I think.
I know that you're going to have a game that comes up later. There's another version of the game, and it's called Time Bomb. Is the other version. Yellow do it. It's called Time Bomb, and it's the same game. The original game was a Japanese game, and it was called Time Bomb to start off with, and it's all about that. But it's the same game. So if you've got Time Bomb or Time Bomb Evolution, those are also essentially the same game. My favorite is Don't Mess with Cthulhu because I like the theming of it the best as well.
Yeah. I mean, don't mess with. We've got a lot of Cthulhu games into the board game world because it's free. You don't have to pay anyone to use the IP. That's why there are so many Cthulhu-based games. Next up is Slay the Spire, the board game. This was, I think, the 2024 best board game according to me. I mean, this is where it ended up.
I thought it would be higher on your list because I knew it was your favorite game of the year it came out.
I've played
the heck out of it.
I played the heck out of this game, the box, and then I sold it. It's a game. Yeah, I mean, I love it. I could play it again, but I've beaten the game. There is an ascension level where you just make it harder until it's no fun anymore. Right? Because you're trying to make it as hard as possible. And then you go, haha, I beat another hard way of playing this game. But this game is the most fun if you're actually able to do it.
Yeah, if you win it. Yeah,
if you have ever played the computer version of this, it's actually basically already a board game in a computer version. I mean, the original computer version feels like a board game. So this makes so much sense. And Slay the Spire, when I, just a little bit about how my life is, I don't play a lot of computer games, but Slay the Spire, the original, I have maxed out all the ascension levels on, 3 out of the 4 characters. I've just done it so much. I know exactly how this game works. So playing this board game version, it felt very natural. It plays kind of the same way. The combos are the same. I was actually able to combo even more with specific cards that there are more in this game. There was a little bonus that gave you an extra claw, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. This is so much fun. The multiplayer version from this board game actually is used in the Slay the Spire 2 computer game because in the board game it worked so well. So
that's interesting. That's kind
of
the
box. It's a huge box that's also the same size as our Gloomhaven boxes, and it's overproduced, but it's so lovely to play with.
I was unsure that this would play well because there's so much upkeep and stuff going on in Slay the Spire, where it's like, okay, so the poison damage is going to happen, then this damage is going to happen, then this is going to happen, then they lose this amount of shields, and then they gain this amount of strength. But apparently it works. They've done it, so it does work really well in the the board game version.
Really works well. And I've played
great achievement.
Yes, I think so too. I've played the solo game two-handed, I think. So playing with 2 characters going through the dungeons, and it was definitely doable. It was not as hard. And I love the world of Slay the Spire. I've been playing Slay the Spire 2, the computer game, a lot as well. Great game. Great game. Highly recommend it. So fun. Next up is number 63. Here we go. Ba-ba, Terraforming Mars.
So low.
Yes.
It's the best game on every list ever, everything, every time, always best game of all time, best game ever made. Everyone loves it. It's the greatest ever best game of all time.
Yeah.
63.
It's also, I don't like the company anymore. It has to do with it. I don't recommend this game anymore. I dislike. It's a good game. We just had Slay the Spire being overproduced. Oh, look at these. And then
this is
Terraforming Mars comes out, which does not even have a good way of giving you good spaces to put the different resources on the board. And so you needed to buy 3D printed things that were terrible, but that you would buy, which basically the price of the game again just to get the good resources, and I don't
This
know.
game, so Terraforming Mars was revolutionary when it came out. What it did was so cool, so interesting. It's a game of terraforming Mars. You've got this board in front of you. You want to terraform. You've got these metrics that you want to change on Mars, the temperature, the oxygen, and the plant life, all that type of stuff. You are using cards that cost resources, but they give you new powers, new abilities, extra bonuses, all this type of stuff. At the end of the game, you might have a huge tableau of 40 cards in front of you. You've got a huge deck of cards to go through. You want to get combos of cards, so this card gets me this, which helps me with this, and all this type of stuff. And it's a fantastic game, but it's a little bit long for what it is. And sometimes the cards that you want just don't ever appear, and that's unfortunate as well, I feel like. But yeah, I don't know how I feel about Terraforming Mars anymore. I think it had a time and a place in the world, but I don't know if it's... But some people, I mean, you're going to find a lot of people, it's their favorite game, and that's absolutely fantastic.
What I also dislike is how they are milking the same game. So they had this, then they came out with a what was it? Roll for they stole the whole Race for the Galaxy thing, or Roll for the Galaxy.
Yeah,
and
the dice game has the Race for the Galaxy part of it and stuff, and there's the Legacy game, which turns out isn't quite as legacy as the word legacy would assume, which was just on Kickstarter. It's not really that legacy; it's more like a campaign situation that's happening.
Yeah, Ares Expedition. Ares Expedition was the one that was the card based, right? That was the one that was very much like
maybe, yeah.
So I am done with this game. I still have the big
I would still play this game happily. Play it.
Well, it depends on who I'm playing it with. I will not teach it to new players. If everyone already knows it, I will join in. But I'm not. If I get that, I think that's the best way of doing it. I enjoy playing it. It just, I would not introduce this to new players now.
There's just something undeniably fun about the actual gameplay, though, when it's working, when it's happening, when it's going right, and you're doing stuff, and you think, oh yeah, I'm winning this, and I'm doing this thing, and I'm going to put a tile out on the board that's going to get me extra resources and more cards, and I get to do this, and pushing up all on the tracks, and it's a great game that I just don't need to play again. I feel like for me, but I would play it if someone was like, I love this game. Yeah, I'll play it with you. But I'm not bringing this out.
The publisher is the one who's actually making me dislike the game. They've made choices not to have real artists create art for this game, but use AI. Of course it's their choice and it's fine, but the way they are dealing with it makes me not interested in their games anymore.
And when you've got thingies though, right? When you've got a million games to choose from, you have the privilege of saying, I'm not choosing your game anymore. That's absolutely fine. But people who love it and want to buy everything Terraforming Mars is Kickstarter, go for it.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, go for it. I mean, if you enjoy it, then play it. That's absolutely brilliant. I'm not saying I dislike this game. I just don't.
No, I mean it did make it onto the list. I could not deny it its place on the list, but it's not as high as it was once.
It was the hottest game in the world for a long time. It wasn't ever the number one game, but it still was the hottest game ever. I think.
Yes. And what this game also did as one of the first ones, or now we're always referring it to it, is that they came out with an expansion that kickstarted the game. That once you started, you already had something, you were already in the midst of it. You jump-started the game. And that's going to happen on two more games that we're going to have later on.
I know which those are. Yeah.
That was number 63. Now up is 62. Here we go. Galaxy Trucker.
Never played it.
What? Okay, Galaxy Trucker. It works like this. Everyone is you're heading out into space with a small spaceship. The problem is the only thing you have is the cockpit. You've got a little square that is going to be. You've got the outline of the ship. So hey. you've got a bunch of tiles, and everyone is going to race and try to build the spaceship out of these tiles that are still covered up on the table. So you only use one hand. That's important. And then you're going to flip. Is this a tile that I want to use? No, it's not. Is this good? No. Oh, this is an engine. I need an engine because I need to propel myself. So, I'm going to probably build this. Oh, but it's got the wrong connection. So maybe I'll keep this one close and hope nobody sees it until I'm able to actually use it. Ooh, more crewmates. And then you're starting to build your spaceship. You've got neat lasers at the front because we know on this journey that we're going into, we're going to have meteorites attack us from the different sides, or attack us. Then we have space pirates, so we need to make sure we've got more guns. We should make a ship that only has guns. But there's also planets that have these valuable resources. We need to make cargoes. Okay, I'm going to make a ship that only has cargo holds. But then if you're not moving, then you're not getting spaces, and everyone will take those precious cargo before. So we need propulsion. We need to. So everything, you need everything. The first time you play this game, you play with a small ship, and you've got some basic things that are going to happen during your travel. So the game has two phases. You're building frantically until everyone is done building, and of course, players who are done faster will get a little head start, and other players. And then you're going to go through a deck of cards. Now, you could spend your time that you were building your ship and say, you know what, let me first see what are the chances, what are we seeing this journey? So you can look at a couple of cards that give you an idea. Oh, there's going to be a lot of meteorites that are coming from the sides. Who knew that meteorites can actually come in from the sides? So we should probably make some guns that way. If no one else is looking at those cards, you're like, ha ha ha, you fools. I know things that you don't. And then you go through those cards when all the ships are done, and then you're going to see that, haha, indeed, I was able to shoot that laser, my lasers to the side, destroying that meteorite for me, and everyone else just gets their ship. They lose pieces of it.
Caved in.
Space debris, which is also minus points.
Yeah. You set out with a ship and you end up with most of a ship, right? That's kind of how this that kind of ends up.
If you're
I would love to try this. I feel like I would really enjoy this because I like silly, fun, chaotic nonsense, which I feel like Galaxy Trucker, that's what this is. But it's not just nonsense for the sake of being nonsense. There's a game here. I don't just like wacky things are happening. That's like, well, what's the point? But there's a point to this. Yeah, I'd love to try this one. But I've never had the chance.
It's so much fun. So because you play 3 rounds. The first round you have your small ship, but in the end you're building like this huge ship. But of course the problems you're going to get along the way are going to be massive as well. So oh no,
this expanded out the wazoo as well. There's loads of expansions to this game.
So at the beginning you had your basic things. You would have your lasers and your engines and your crewmates rooms and some of these things, and then they added new things like how about a laser that shoots double but it needs a battery. So now we have to add batteries to the ship, and then they started having cryogenic sleep pods for your crew. So once they are used, you melt them, and now you've got new crewmen again. Then they started adding furnaces, so you can create your own battery. So the whole thing just got bloated and bloated. And now, if you're unlucky and everyone is trying this game for the first time, you're doing this frantic building your ship phase, and then someone comes, what does this one do? I don't want to tell you now because I'm frantically building my ship. Okay, let's pause, everyone. Okay, this one is a shield that you can activate with a battery that comes to only those sides of the ship that you're being hit on. But this only works against... there are
and
so
while
many
you're
things.
Explaining that, I'm still playing, so I'm like,
you're still looking at these things. Like, I already knew. You get and then you're grabbing that tile that was in front of me because I put it there because I thought I'm going to grab that in a second when it fits me. So being too much, having too many expansions might hurt your joy of playing Galaxy.
Yeah, you need to come into this the way it was released, in the sense of play it, then play the next one, and
everyone needs to have played that, and they say, okay, now we're going to have cool things extra, and so everyone is on board with that. You're going to have aliens that can give you special bonuses, and So much
Yeah,
fun.
it's one I'd love to try. This in Camel Up, man. One must have never played these classic games.
Yeah.
There's so many games.
That also makes your list already invalid. I mean...
Yeah, fair.
Last one. Oh, this was the last addition to my list. Was the last thing I changed because the way I created my list, I started creating a list on Board Game Geek of all the games that I have played, and I started in the year 2000 to 2015, I think.
And this is older than that.
And this might be 2001, but this slipped through the cracks. And then at some point, I have 3 versions of this game here. And then I looked at it and said, why is this not on my list? It needs to be. So I needed to find some room. So another game got kicked out.
So a lot of people may not have ever played or know what this game is.
True.
And I will say, this is a great game. It's a lot of fun. I like this game a lot.
A bingo style game as well.
Yeah, it's
One
another
person
bingo style game.
Takes a random tile and announces it to everyone, who then looks for that same tile to place it on their board. Your goal is to create a continuous line from the top to the bottom or from side to side of one color. And then you're going to score that many tiles times the number that is printed on it. So best case scenario, you would have in the middle, from top to bottom, all the 9s. So you would score 5 times 9 to have a continuous line. But if it's broken up by another color, you score nothing. So maybe you should not try to get 5 9s in a column, but maybe do 3 lines in a column, because that's easier to fix. But every tile you have, it's a hex. It has 3 lines crossing it. And that is where the chaos comes in, because if I put this 9 here, it has a 1 or a 2 going this way, which means I actually need this one to be an 8. I need the 9 with the 8. So maybe I'll put this 9 to the side here and then wait until the 9 with the 8 comes up, but it might never come up because there are more tiles than you have room on your board.
This is such a painful game. It's so painful because you want to do perfection and you just cannot do perfection. You have to pick a couple things to go for, and then even if you do that, you're still hoping for the best. It's so quick, so simple. It's very abstract. There are lots of different versions of this. There's like a rocket version, I think. And
we have the rocket version as well. Yeah.
But it's such a great little game. It's so simple. It's a game that I think should be more popular than it is. It's just, it looks old-fashioned as well, I suppose, but it's so good. And, you know, you pull a tile down and you think, okay, there's a place I could put this that's going to help me right now, but I'm going to have to give up something. Or there's a place I could put this that if everything goes right, this will be the perfect place for this. And then you get the next tile, and you have to, if you're making that decision every time, you'll never have done the thing that helps you right now, and everything you've got is just completely. It's so fun. It's such a good game. That moment, man,
when you're playing this game, you think, oh, I need a 9 with an 8 and a 7 on that side. Yeah. That's the perfect tile. Oh, it just needed to come out. And then you look at your board, it's like, oh,
it's already there.
Already on my board. It cannot come out anymore. No. Build my whole game around that one tile that already
I think
came
so
out.
far on your list, this is not, you've rated it really highly, but I think in general, this is probably one of the most underrated games you've put on your list. It's a great little game.
I agree. I mean, it fell through the cracks of me creating the list as well. This was not amongst my...
It's not a dramatically impactful... It doesn't look anything special. It's a game that I understand why this can fall. It's called Take It Easy. It doesn't make... I'm sure in German there's a reason it's called this. That makes more sense, maybe. But,
I don't... the author is British.
I've
met him. He's a great guy, but he still goes to conventions with this 40-year-old game, which is exciting. I wanted to say, if anyone is interested in this game, look for it on the App Store. There is a digital version of this game that is exactly this game. It has lots of solo challenges, and it's just a lot of fun. So just try it. I think you pay €4 for whatever, And don't do it now. Oh, okay, do it now. Take it easy. It really is a great game, and the digital version on your phone works very easy. So go check it out.
It says install.
You already had
instead
it
of
once.
buy, which means at some point I already bought this.
Yeah, I imagine you did.
I'm installing it again. It's a great, it's a great playing game. It's fun.
There. This is the best. This is how we make videos right now. We need to put in a teaser at the beginning. So, let me remove this from view, and then we're gonna say, at the end of this video, there's gonna be an amazing tip for an amazing app that you wanna make sure that you're downloading. So stick around. Matthew, put your phone down. Don't install it now.
I just downloaded it. It's great. I'm playing it.
And you didn't even have to pay for it. How awesome is this tip? So stick around to the end of the video, and then we'll tell you what that is. Which also means we're at the end of this video now.
Account.
Thank you so much for watching. We've lost Matthew. It's fine.
I mean, I'm sorry.
Stick around. In a couple of days, we're going to have the new video with the new 10 best games in the world. We're slowly getting there. Take it easy. It's fine. Bye, everyone. My name is Dave Luza.
Bye, Bill.
Dave Luzapalooza, top 100 games of all time. Dave Luzapalooza, some are great, some just fine. Dave Luzapalooza, here telling you just how it is. It's Matthew, Jude,